Welcome. I'm Joe Dager of Business 901 and host of Connecting Your Passion, a forum for nonprofits to tell the public who they are, what they do, and how to become involved. I always, when I saw the lean things and read books about lean and everything, it was always interesting to me. And one of the things that I always came away with is that lean was a little more customer focused than what Six Sigma was. That was maybe what Six Sigma was missing a little. But maybe
Sure.
but I mean, it's my perspective.
Perhaps some branding, some very clever branding of some people.
And that, but when I read the Womack things and
Sure.
And that, but it was interesting is that why when you're looking for a manufacturing standpoint and something is why are you doing it if it's not affecting the customer? Mm-hmm. What value is it supplying to the customer? And that was what a lot of I took out of it, because it was such a very simple thing that is, if I'm doing this and the customer's not putting value in it, why am I doing it? Mm-hmm. Okay, and to make me rethink my efforts on my product if that's a feature that they wanted, and bringing my customer closer in more customer focused groups. And that, do you teach some of that methodology? Am I on the right path there?
Absolutely, we do. Again, we consider it one philosophy.
Okay.
So I think these branding attempts by other consultant firms and things like that, it's interesting to see. I'm a big fan of Womack. I read a lot of his stuff. But I think a lot of that is more a misunderstanding of things. If you start to look at some of the terminology and what the root of what they're both trying to get out, they really want the same thing. To think, a lot of people will say lean's fast and Six Sigma's slow. Well, that's silly, because if I do this right, Six Sigma can be just as fast. Now, has it been done fast? Have a lot of people not? Well, yeah. And so we've given it perhaps a bad name or unfair. Seeing things deployed badly does not reflect necessarily. Well, unfortunately, it reflects poorly on the methodology, but it should reflect on the execution. And so the execution, sometimes we would call it Six Sigma. Someone has poorly executed this and not done it correctly. Well, sure, then these unfair comparisons start to happen. But lean is about variation reduction. People would say, well, Six Sigma is variation reduction. This is about waste. That means that they don't apply it to each other, right? Well, of course, matter of fact, variation reduction might have something to do with waste. And so, very much going after the same thing, same methodology. We just call it the scientific approach. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it the Joe Dager system if you want. You can call it, Cummins says it's the Cummins way. There's all sorts of methodology. And really, a lot of them take advantage of a lot of the core philosophies. We also describe the two paths that have to happen. There's the subjective and the objective. And to do one without the other is deadly. A lot of people who deployed Six Sigma or have heard about Six Sigma, they only think about the data side. Well, that's an incorrect, that's a bad way to look at it. If I ignore this subjective tribal knowledge that I have here, then that's ridiculous. It's saying, I'm going to pay you to work here, but I don't want your mind. No, we want to tap into their minds, because these people are at work in the process. These are the experts. These black belts, these ninja type people that we call them, they come in and they work on these various things with these people because they have a special skill set, not because they're the expert. And they take this stuff that these people, have you ever seen Starsky and Hutch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you remember the informant? Do you remember who that was?
No.
Okay.
No.
His name was Huggy Bear.
Okay.
So we go talk to the Huggy Bears and find out, okay, what does Huggy Bear know? And why did they talk to Huggy Bear? He was a pimp. He knew the word on the street. He had the inside knowledge. He had the scoop. And so what they did is they started over here, and then they go bounce that off of reality. So we want to go say, okay, what does the data say? And so it's just an iterative process, which is science. It's the scientific method going back and forth to say, let's update our tribal knowledge. The earth is flat. That seems like a really good philosophy. It's a really good methodology, but I'm not absolutely sure about it. There's a couple things that just don't quite jive. I'm not sure that really, oh wait, it's round. Well, the earth is the center of the universe. The sun revolves around us and the whole planets and all. Some things weren't quite jiving with that. We go bounce it off the data and we're like, oh, you know what? Looks like the sun might be the center of the universe. So it's just an iterative process. We do it every day where we just continue to update our knowledge. And Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma, it's just a very defined methodology that allows you to take advantage of the scientific process and apply it on a regular basis to solving problems.
But our nonprofit would like to participate in the show, please contact me at info@business901.com. Thank you.